Tonight, Steve Alford, leading the Indiana Hoosiers in scoring with a 21-point average, will lead the 12th-ranked Hoosiers into battle against the 17th-ranked Michigan Wolverines in Chrysler Arena. And for Michigan, it's sophomore Antoine Joubert, who's averaging a little more than 13 points per game and leads the Wolverines in assists. Michigan attempts to make it 14 victories in their last 15 games. Curtains going up. Stay with us for the tip-off of 1985 Big Ten Conference action. TCS Metro Sports presents Big Ten basketball. Tonight, it's the 12th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers visiting the 17th-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Live from the Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's the Indiana Hoosiers against the Michigan Wolverines. Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening. Along with Bill Hoskett, I'm Lanny Fratteri. Great to have you with us for our first Big Ten telecast of the year. Michigan, a 13-game winning streak, the final 5 of last year to win the NIT championship victory over Notre Dame. Then the first 8 victories this year, only to lose that 13-game winning streak last weekend with the loss to Tennessee. Other side, Indiana, 8-2. They have lost to Louisville and Notre Dame. Let's talk about the big men, Bill. First of all, for Indiana, Uwe Blach.
Well, they've got the really big man. He's 7'2", weighs about 250 pounds, and he's really playing with great confidence right now. Recently named Sports Illustrated's College Player of the Week. Uwe playing with a good touch inside, catching the ball well, and taking it to the hoop.
And then on the other side for Michigan, the big man is Roy Tarpley.
He's played excellent basketball for the Wolverines. He's responsible, large part, for that 13-game winning streak that they've had. He's scoring over 20 points a game, averaging over 11 rebounds a game. Very active, gets up and down the floor extremely well for a big man.
Any adjustment for Tarpley now that Tim McCormick is gone?
Well, I think we'll see him trying to stay on the floor more. They don't have the luxury of Tarpley coming out. He cannot afford to get in foul trouble in this basketball game tonight.
All right, so the stage is set. We'll meet the starting players in just a moment from the Chrysler Arena.
You know, those times when the kids are pestering you for something to drink.
What is drink?
Driving you crazy. Why not give them something new? Something economical and refreshing. Give them Harvest Fresh. It's a new citrus punch that's blended from the juices of oranges, tangerines, and grapefruit. Harvest Fresh is ready to drink right out of the bottle. Just pour and enjoy it. Pick up a half gallon or two of economical Harvest Fresh today.
Here you go, Mom.
The essence of hitting. George Brent.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a feeling that says I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feeling that says you just got Gillette's best shave.
Gillette, the essence of shaving.
When I was a kid, I worked one whole summer to save $5 for a football. Talk about learning the value of $1. Now I have more to save. And AFNB gives me the advantage of more ways to save it. Safely.
More people save more money, more ways at American Fletcher National Bank. The advantage is yours.
AFNB. That's the place for my money.
The drums say go west and save at Don Sisk Pontiac, 3930 Georgetown Road.
There's never been a better time to go west and save at Don Sisk Pontiac. Come in, see our all-new lineup of Pontiacs at your exclusive Pontiac dealer. See them all now at Don Sisk Pontiac. Go west, see and drive the exciting all-new Fiero sports car.
Go west and save at Don Sisk Pontiac, 3930 Georgetown Road.
This game is being brought to you by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Marathon and Marathon dealers and distributors, best in the long run. By Hardee's for great tasting roast beef. It's all here at Hardee's. By Daly's Juice Products, who remind you there's a Daly's treat for everyone. By Piedmont. Call your travel agent on Piedmont and find out why in over 100 cities they call us the up-and-coming airlines. And by AFTRA, from Gillette, the essence of shaving. And so we enter 1985. It is January 2nd and day one of the Big Ten season, Indiana against Michigan. And we're ready now for the starting lineups, as introduced by the voice of Chrysler Arena, Howard King.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to Chrysler Arena for this evening's game between Indiana and Michigan. Now here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, starting at forward for Indiana, a 6'5" freshman from Anderson, Indiana, number 21, Winston Morgan.
Listed as a senior, but still has 2 years eligibility left.
Michigan's forward, a 6'8" junior from Boston, number 53, co-captain Butch Wade.
Butch Wade, a great board man, and he'll back up Tarpley if he does get in that foul trouble we talked about at the top.
Indiana forward, 6'8" sophomore from Oshkosh, number 30, Todd Meyer.
Averaging 4 points and about 4 rebounds so far.
Michigan forward, 6'6" junior from Riviera Beach, Florida, number 40, Richard Relford.
Another great athlete from Michigan on that front line. Good strength, good board player.
Indiana center, 7'2" senior from Munich, Germany, number 33, Uwe Blau.
Feeling is now that Bob Knight and Uwe Blau are finally reading the same playbook.
Michigan center, 6'11" junior from Detroit, number 42, Roy Tarpley.
There's Big Tarpley giving away about 40 pounds in the middle tonight to Blau.
For Indiana, 6'5" senior from Merrillville, Indiana, number 11, Dan Dockich.
And coming off a career-high 23 against Florida on Sunday for Dan.
Michigan's guard, 6'3" freshman from Canton, Ohio, number 25, Gary Grant.
Done a great job of filling in for the departed Eric Turner. Great quickness on defense.
Indiana guard, 6'2" sophomore from Newcastle, Indiana, number 12, Steve Alford.
And he can do it all. Very good at the free throw line.
Michigan's guard, 6'5" sophomore from Detroit, number 11, Antoine Jobert.
He sets the pace and tries to run the show for the Wolverines.
Indiana coach, Bob Knight.
Youngest coach ever to get to 400 career victories.
The Michigan coach is Bill Frieder.
There's Billy Frieder, fresh off the win in the NIT. 8-1 this year. Really getting started now for league play.
All right, they're the starting players, and we'll be back with the opening tip-off right after this.
Want the great taste of roast beef? You won't find it here. Go here for some and you'll go hungry. Where can you find great roast beef? At Hardee's. Our new roast beef sandwich that's juicier than ever.
Now for just $1.99, you can get Hardee's Roast Beef Combo. A juicy roast beef sandwich, regular fries, and a large soft drink.
So if you have to ask, where do you get the roast beef?
It's all here at Hardee's.
Daly's apple juice is so close to the real thing that sometimes people have a hard time telling it from a real apple. And that's because we aim to keep the natural flavor of real apples in our apple juice. Discover the pure golden goodness of nature's sweetest fruit. It's naturally crisp and refreshing. Just one taste, and you're sure to take a shine to it. Daly's apple juice. Pick some up today.
Chrysler Arena opened in December of 1967. We're just about set to go. The officials on the right, Phil Robinson, Eric Harmon in the middle, and Gary Muncie, the referee, is on the left. 7-2 Uwe Blop centering. Morgan and Wade, the forwards. Excuse me, Relford and Wade are the forwards for Michigan. You got Joubert and Grant in the backcourt with Tarpley, the center for the Wolverines, and Indiana controls the tip, and we're underway. Indiana a decisive lead in the series. Alford will be guarded most of the night, they feel, by Gary Grant, the freshman.
There they go inside the big Blop. Good help from the backside that time by Relford.
Meyer fed it off to Dockich.
Blocked by Tarpley.
A fine job, Roy Tarpley from Cooley High School in Detroit.
Michigan started in the man-to-man. Let's see if they don't switch up on the ends out of bounds and go to the zone. They're staying man.
Dockich guarded by Joubert. Alford. And the rebound by Wade. Opening minute. Tarpley inside. Missed the shot, got it back, and puts it in. Tarpley, leading scorer for Michigan, 20.2 average, and he has the first 2 points of the night.
Tarpley much more active than Uwe Blop, and that time he showed it as he got the second shot up to go in for him.
Dan Dockich got the start against Florida, responded with 23 points. He has the starting assignment from Bob Knight this night.
Indiana doing a great job of getting all 5 people in the act at the offensive end of the floor.
And the hook from Blop. 13.3 average coming in, and he ties the game at 2-2.
Let that big fella catch it down there on the block like that, and there's nobody in the league, or probably in the country for that matter, who can get to that ball, except maybe one fellow over at Georgetown.
Tarpley's shot misses. Relford with a rebound. Got it back, and a foul. First foul of the night. It's on Todd Meyer.
Good strength shown by Relford as he stays after the basketball, gets it with the left hand, pump fakes it again, and goes back up, draws the personal foul.
Good block by Meyer on the first shot by Relford, but then the foul on the second.
Didn't stay with that one too well. He was fading away as he shot the basketball.
Get him! Winston, help him!
And so it's now 3-2, Michigan on top. Winston Morgan, number 21. Todd Meyer, number 30. Dan Dockich, number 11. And Steve Alford, the sophomore from Newcastle, Indiana. Dockich being hounded by Joubert. The lane feeds it off, and Alford hits. So it is 4-3 Indiana.
That time Grant got caught trying to help inside, and you simply can't give too much help when you're guarding Steve Alford. If that's your assignment, you better stay with him.
Uwe Blop comes up with it. Morgan had Dockich out in front for just a split second, but could not connect with him, held onto it. Using the 45-second clock this year in the Big Ten.
Fine pass from Meyer as he bounced it into the big fella. He had Tarpley on his hip and simply took it to the bucket once again.
Indiana leads by 3. The big 45-second clocks are up above the baskets. And the 45-second clock being used by the Big Ten in the entire game. Grant dumps it off to Relford. Richard Relford from Riviera Beach, Florida, brings Michigan back to within 1. 16.5 minutes in the first half. Knocked away. Joubert leads the charge. He'll take it all the way. Foul. No basket.
Foul's going to go against Winston Morgan.
Second Indiana team foul.
Blop losing control inside. Good team defense that time by Michigan. Gobert very alertly picking up the basketball. Body contact as Morgan was back on the break.
Sophomore, 6'5", 195 pounds, Southwestern High School in Detroit.
Here, my ball.
Good at 6'6", with 16:20 remaining in the first half.
Todd, be there.
A pair for Jobert. And Michigan leads 7-6. Morgan ahead to Meyer. Alford up the lane. And Steve Alford, 21-point average. He has 4 points.
Fine move and great touch by Alford. Tough little 8-footer when you're on the run like that and trying to pull up. Still shoot it with some touch.
The freshman Grant. Wade comes in for the rebound and puts it in. Butch Wade, junior from Boston, Massachusetts.
Meyer that time missed the block out, and that's one fellow you can't afford to miss your block out on because Wade was going to go to that basket every time. Good offensive rebound.
Michigan leads 9-8 with 15:35 remaining in the first half. Taken by Grant.
Freshman Gary Grant. Alford hesitated for just a moment, and that's all it took.
15 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Michigan 11, Indiana 8, and we'll be back to the Chrysler Arena right after this.
This Bud's for everyone who's got what it takes to make his own breaks.
Are we on? This is Paul Martinez reporting to you from the International Airport.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
From the International Airport, this is Paul Martinez reporting.
Thank you, Paul, and welcome to the news team.
To Paul Martinez, my son.
Isn't it time for the great taste of roast beef? Not here it isn't. You can go here for some, but you'll go hungry. Where can you find great tasting roast beef? It's here. It's Hardee's new roast beef sandwich that's juicier than ever.
It's all here at Hardee's.
With your choice of tangy barbecue or horseradish sauce on a toasted bun. So if you have to ask, where do you get the roast beef? It's here.
It's all here at Hardee's.
Friends, this broadcast, cablecast rights to this game granted by the Big Ten Conference to TCS Metro Sports. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without prior written consent is prohibited. The announcers on this telecast have been hired and paid by TCS Metro Sports in consultation with the Big Ten Conference. Your score, Michigan by 3, almost 5 minutes into the game. Bill Frieder, Bobby Knight.
Michigan having their way on the board so far, and Indiana making an adjustment now. Mike Giommi has checked into the ball game, replacing Morgan, giving Indiana a little more size up front.
Mike Giommi from Newark, Ohio. And block goes to the hoop, gets the basket, and the foul's on Butch Wade.
Once again, great poise shown by the big fella inside. The senior got it and dropped the leg and takes it to the basket. Little ball fake and goes up very strongly. Knocks it in off the glass.
Basket is good. Block with 7 points, leading all scorers, and the game is tied at 11 and 11. Number 11, Antoine Jobert has the ball.
Indiana, as always, in a very tough man-to-man.
Joe Robinson with a violation call, and Indiana gets the ball. 14:42 remaining in the first half. Michigan went on to win the NIT championship last year. Came up with 8 victories at the start of this season. 13-game winning streak stopped last weekend. Giomi. Looking for help, and he finds it on this side. Dakic. And Dakic. His first 2 points. Indiana leading 13-11. Sharply worked against block, shot no good. Dan Dakic has it. Got Alford on the right side, but he goes to the left wing to Meyer, and an offensive player control foul.
Meyer thought he had the lane that time as he took it along the baseline. Gary Grant moving very quickly. Established position. Might have helped his own cause with a little acting there as he went down on the floor. As you look at Coach Bob Knight, almost didn't recognize him without the plaid coat on here tonight.
Indiana leading by 2. That's a second foul on Meyer. Knocked it away. Scramble for the loose ball and taken by Grant. Gary Grant out of McKinley High School in Canton, Ohio. Foul from behind by Dan Dakic. Got him on the left shoulder, according to referee Gary Muncy.
Good move by Gilbert that time as he got the step on Dakic. He goes up from behind him. Kind of a touch-me-not variety, but he did slap him on the shoulder as he released the basketball.
Second time that Joubert has gone to the free throw line. And coming in now is 6'9" junior Robert Henderson from Lansing, Michigan. And also for Indiana, Delray Brooks, the freshman from Michigan City, Indiana, checks in. And Dakic checks out.
My rebound, men.
Michigan trails by 1 with 13.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Watch the press.
After the made free throw, excuse me, Lanny, after the made free throw, Michigan coming with full court pressure.
Tied at 13-13. Brooks to Meyer. Steve Alford fires it in, but does not find it.
Indiana with that great team defense once again. Doubling on the basketball when it gets in scoring position.
Relford. Richard Relford with 5 points.
Giomi was there with good pressure on the basketball, and Relford still gets it to go. Fine shot.
Michigan by a pair, 12:46 left in the first half. Inside, Uwe block. And back out to Delray Brooks. Inside, Brooks was all alone.
Fine pass from Meyer down inside to Delray Brooks.
Joubert over 2 players, and he has 6 points. Michigan leads by 2. 12-12 left in the first half. First game of the Big Ten season. Michigan, pre-conference play, 8-1. Indiana 8-2. Fouls on Gary Grant. Basket is good by Alford.
Oh, what a fine stroke he has. A little half-step advantage coming off the screen. Alford was going up with it from the moment he caught it. Knocks it in the hole and have a chance at the three-point play.
Alford, take a look at it again.
Squares up to the basket extremely well. And there you see the results.
Steve Alford led the nation in free throw percentage last year as a freshman. Now with 7 points. Indiana 18, Michigan 17. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Grant's shot, no good. And Henderson has it. Joubert guarded by Brooks. Joubert's shot is good.
I'll tell you, big fella's got over 200 pounds going for him as he takes it into the foul lane, and he's just muscling people from the foul line.
Block with a hook.
Speaking of muscle, there's some more of it. 250 pounds of it as he rolls up the little hook inside, and once again, Tarpley caught in behind him.
So 9 points for Uwe Blop, and Indiana leads 20-19. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Relford is... Now the foul is on Relford.
He put the ball in one hand, going up with it. Gary Muncy on top of it, claiming that he pushed off with the off arm.
So that is the third Michigan team foul. Stops the clock with 10 minutes and 59 seconds in the first half. Indiana 20, Michigan 19. And we'll be right back after this.
It's late snack time. Ice cream, chocolate fudge, and strawberry topping. Made possible by coal and the men and women of the Amex Coal Company. Coal-generated electricity for late-night lights, refrigeration, and hot water cleanup the next morning. The midnight lights are burning. Made possible by coal.
We're doing all we can to make us #1.
Every year, Brit flies more people to more places than any other regional airline in America's heartland. And every Brit employee in every Brit city has only one goal, making your next flight with Brit the best you've ever had. That's why Brit is winning the heart of America.
We're winning the heart of America. Brit Airways.
Indiana leads by 1 point, 10 to with 10:59 remaining. There was much written in the papers today about the feud between Bob Knight and Bill Frieder in the first meeting between the two schools here at Chrysler Arena last year. Bob Knight, when he came out tonight, went over, put his right arm around Bill Frieder, kind of
got him in a little headlock there, and then started walking with him and laughing. So
they had a long conversation. The incident a year ago apparently revolved around Frieder trying to get the officials to call an extra technical on Bob Knight. Words exchanged between the two coaches. Delray Brooks. Meyer inside trying to get it to Blop, but knocked away and then taken by Brooks, and he had it slapped away, and the foul's on Joubert. That is the 4th Michigan team foul. Each team with 4 team fouls.
Bill Frieder telling Gilbert to use his head, and he points at it and says, "Coach, I've got you. That's my fault." Got a little lazy that time, and Delray Brooks made the good first step, and he reached in from behind, picked up the foul.
Meyer inbounds it to Delray Brooks. Indiana by 1, approaching the halfway point of the first half. Giome. Leslie Rockymore guarding Todd Meyer. Rockymore number 24.
There they go again.
Make it 11 points for Uwe Blop.
5 of 6 from the floor. Gilbert at the other end from Michigan is perfect so far. 2 of 2 from the field and 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
And the Indiana 3-point lead is with 10-10 left in the first half. Baseline, Gilbert's shot is rejected. Now dumping the pass.
Good vision that time by Gilbert as he got his own rebound on the block shot and dumped it inside to Henderson, and he'll go to the line shooting a pair.
5th Indiana team foul.
Let's see, it was before Henderson went up for the shot, so they're not giving him the 2 shot. They said he was on the floor. Michigan will retain possession.
Indiana leads by 3. And Joubert now with 10 points. Game's leading scorer to this point is Blop of Indiana with 11.
Indiana's game plan so far working very effectively. They shot the ball well enough on the outside from Alford, and also Dockage hitting a few when he was in there.
Alford misses everything, but Delray Brooks is there to clean up.
I think that time it was partially blocked, but what I was alluding to is the fact that they're shooting the ball well enough outside that Michigan has to come out and respect the outside shot, and that's really opened things up for Uwe inside. And the big fellow leads all scorers with 11.
Michigan a decided advantage in the rebounding department. 9-3, but 3-point lead for Indiana. Fouls on Henderson as we see the replay. Right there on the left arm of Block. That is the 5th Michigan team foul. Bill Frieder's team down by 3. That's about even for you.
I don't think we can take that to any more decimal points.
No. Baseline jumper, Giome's shot misses.
Fine rebound by Tarpley. Look at the big fellow leading the break.
And then as the break stopped by Meyer, and now Michigan holds on to Gilbert, top of the key. Meyer gets the rebound. Indiana leading by 3, 24-21, 8:40 left in the first half. Block. Missed it. Rocky Moore for Michigan.
Just enough defensive pressure that time. Block lost his concentration. Just the easy one.
Rocky Moore's shot no good.
Well, look at that blocking out by Indiana. 4 people around that basketball, and they pick it up on one hop in the lane.
Gary Grant guarding Alford, and Grant will take it home. Basket's good.
This may be a 2-shot foul. Let's see here. We have substitutions coming both ways.
That's number 1 on Delray Brooks. Bill, you're exactly right on the 2 shots.
I think it's an intentional foul.
Yep.
Grant with a good quickness getting out on the break. Goes up for the jam. Brooks putting his hand on his back.
Grant has a chance to tie it up right here. And he does. Gary Grant. 6'3" freshman. Grant with 6 points. Michigan has a 25-24 lead over Indiana with 7:52 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back.
Big Ten fans, get an exclusive line nylon jacket with embroidered emblem of the color of your favorite Big Ten school, plus the new 1985 Big Ten basketball yearbook, just $19.96 plus tax and shipping. Visit your Marathon dealer today for an order form and free Big Ten basketball schedule card.
At Marathon, we have something special to offer. More miles per gallon from our long-distance gasolines. A smoother running, cleaner engine. Superior service. Be a winner. Be a marathoner. Marathon. Best in the long run.
This Bud's for everyone who keeps things rolling on the mighty Mississippi.
Breakaway barge, please respond.
Let's get him.
Tonight, Golding, we're right below here and we're on our way out.
I'll come around on the port side and bumper there.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, this Bud's for you.
Michigan leads 25-24 with 7:52 remaining. And a reminder, friends, that our next telecast, we have 2 coming up for you on Saturday. Big Ten Conference basketball, 4 o'clock, Saturday the 5th, and then 9 o'clock. First game features the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Fighting Illini of Illinois, and then the night contest, 9 o'clock Eastern, Purdue against Minnesota. Be sure to join us on the TCS Metro Sports Television Network. Bob Knight had a conversation with an official during the timeout. And so Alford and Brooks bringing up the floor. Meyer. Rebound Giome. And he puts it up and in.
Indiana getting one of their few second shots tonight, as Michigan's done a very good job on the boards. They lead 11-7 in the rebounding.
Indiana leads by 1 point. 7:22 left in the first half. Thompson in the ball game, number 30. Guard Thompson. And a foul. On Michigan's number 53, Butch Wade, his second.
Good job by Meyer once again on the block out. He made a little bit of contact with Wade, and Wade had to go up from the outside. Reaches up over the top. Meyer with position. Foul called on Butch Wade.
And it is the second team foul. Number 22, Stu Robinson from Madison Heights High School in Anderson, Indiana. Bill Frieder's team trailing by 1. 7 minutes left in the first half. And the violation called on number 22, Robinson, just checking into the ball game. Now number 42, Roy Tarpley, will come back in for Michigan. Daryl Thomas, number 24, is also in the game for Indiana. There's Tarpley, number 42. Talk a little bit later on about the coaching boxes that the 10 is using this year. Stolen by Alford. Indiana leading by 1, 6:37 left in the first half. Thomas with 2 points. Daryl Thomas.
Good move along the baseline that time, and Indiana doing a good job of looking inside every time they come up with a basketball. Every player that catches it squares up to the hoop and takes a look inside, looking for Blob, and that time it was Thomas.
Number 30, guard Thompson with the ball. Tarpley fires it up, and foul is going to be on Daryl Thomas. Sixth Indiana team foul. Excuse me, Bill.
Well, Butch Wade just keeps on coming to the board, and that time the foul was on Daryl Thomas trying to block him out.
Tarpley going to the basket. That was the seventh Indiana team foul. Oh, we're in the bonus. Indiana 28, Michigan 25, 6-11 first half. Butch Wade, not a good free throw shooter, 52%. Henderson, the rebound. First 2 points for Robert Henderson. Michigan trails Indiana by 1. 6 minutes left in the first half. And pretty much the kind of game we expected. 8-1 Michigan, 8-2 Indiana. Alford finds a handle inbounds.
Fine play by Grant, and an equally fine play by Alford getting the ball back.
And a fine play by Daryl Thomas to make it 4 points for him in the short time that he's been in the game. Indiana leads by 3 with 5.5 minutes in the first half remaining. Gilbert guarded by Stu Robinson. Tarpley again firing it up. And foul appears to be against number 53, Butch Wade.
Once again, pretty good team defense by Indiana. That time Tarpley went up with it and had to change it in the air. You see Blob has the big hand up. He goes up, has to readjust. Shot is no good. Wade coming in over the back of Giommi.
Butch Wade has committed his third personal, so he'll sit down.
Bill Frieder concerned about his depth. He's talking with us before the ball game. Feels that he only really has about 9 seasoned players. Years ago, 9 ball players would take you forever, but not anymore.
Yes, indeed. Mike Giommi with a 1-and-1. And Giommi from Newark, Ohio, has 3 points. 6'8", 225-pound junior, averaging 10.7 points.
Indiana with just 2 starters in the game right now, and Alford and Blob, and they obviously have the better depth of the 2 squads.
Indiana 31, Michigan 27, approaching the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes left in the first half. Grant. Pass was intended for Relford. But intercepted. Indiana has the ball and looking to capitalize on the turnover, trying to make it a 6-point game. Inside Block, and it is a 6-point game. Block with 13 points.
Good footwork that time once again by Block. An excellent pass. Right on the money inside to the big man. Tarpley's been very quiet here in the first half. Michigan has to get him more involved in this offense.
Tarpley averaging 20 points a game, but he has just 2 points tonight. And now the foul, and Daryl Thomas his second. And number 30, guard Thompson, will check back in. Number 25, Gary Grant leaves. Number 11, Antoine Jobert will be at the line. Jobert with 10 points tonight, 3 field goals, and 4 of 4 from the line.
Stay here, my ball. Let's do it, stay. Jump all the way to middle, Steve.
Dozen points for Jobert. And Indiana leads by 4 points with 4:14 left in the first half.
Henderson now inside on the big man.
Trying to guard Block, and Uwe Block has 15 points.
They moved Tarpley over on Giomi, but the results are still the same.
Uwe Block played for the German basketball team in the Olympics. Steve Alford, of course, a member of the gold medal U.S. team, coached by Bob Knight.
Good strong rebound by Relford. Foul's going to go against Robinson.
Number 1 on Stu Robinson.
Probably saved the layup that time. Relford to go to the line shooting the 1-and-1. Comes high off the rim. Relford with good strength. Robinson guilty of reaching in and grabbing him by the arm.
And number 44, Steve Stoico from Bay Village, Ohio, is in the game for Michigan.
Big freshman has not seen a lot of playing time. Talking of Stoico. To get his baptism of fire here in the Big Ten.
Relford now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He has a total of 6 points. Indiana's lead is 5. Now got it to 4. And with 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first half in the Chrysler Arena, it's Indiana 35 and Michigan 31. We'll be back right after this timeout.
I love this. We just added a family room. Now the family has a room, and I have quiet. No space blasters, no rock music. Just quiet. We got the loan from AFNB. They talk about having the advantage. Quiet. That's the advantage.
If you have a need, we have your loan. Because at American Fletcher, the advantage is yours.
American Fletcher. Thanks.
This patch means I'm a qualified counterman at your CarQuest Auto Parts store.
I can help you charge through winter with a new maintenance-free battery from CarQuest with enough cranking power to give you surefire starts whenever you need them. Don't get left out in the cold. Get through winter with a maintenance-free battery from CarQuest and get a free CarQuest knit hat with your battery purchase.
I can help.
I'm the man behind the patch at CarQuest, the right place to buy auto parts.
And friends, before you think about running the refrigerator for your favorite beverage, might we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll review the first half. Then we'll take a look at these two institutions, Indiana and Michigan. We'll have our Big Ten countdown and the first half numbers. So when you do run out, make sure that it's a quick stop at the beverage counter. Indiana leads by 4 with 3:41 remaining in the first half. Quickly, the scoring block with 15, Alford with 7, Brooks with 4, Thomas with 4 for Indiana, Giomi with 3, and Dockich with 2. Michigan side, Jobert with 12, Grant with 6, Relford 7, 2 each for Tarpley, Wade, and Henderson.
Cougars shooting 64% from the floor here in the first half. They led the conference a year ago in field goal percentage. Also took the fewest number of shots of any team in the league. Bounce pass goes awry that time from Robinson.
And Gilbert sets up Thomas. Rebound no good. Gilbert gets it back. Relford was all alone on the left side. Now he does get the ball. Lopped the rebound. Got a man way out in front. Stu Robinson. And Robinson's first 2 points of the night gives Indiana a 37-31 lead.
Alert play on both ends of that time. Blob with a good strong rebound and looking up the floor, and Robinson getting out in front of everybody.
Stoico called for traveling. And now 2 substitutions. Number 24, Leslie Rocky Moore. Number 25, Gary Grant come in for Michigan. And Bill Frieder will send Roy Tarpley back in. Stoico will come out.
One of the keys so far for Indiana has been their ability to keep Uwe Blop out of foul trouble. That time Stoico had it down inside low on him, but walked with a basketball. Blop with 15 points and no personal fouls.
On the other side, Tarpley with only 2 points. So off to the top of the telecast about the 2 big men. Nice shot by Stu Robinson. 4 points. Indiana leads 39-31. 2:20 left in the first half.
That time they hit the big center. 3 Michigan people around him. He dumped it back outside to Robinson.
And a foul on Giomi.
A little high-low action that time at the Michigan end of the floor. Fine pass from Tarpley down inside to Grant, and the freshman will go to the free throw line.
And Gary Grant, 76.5 at the free throw line percentage. 1-1. Gary Grant from McKinley High School in Camden, Ohio, same high school that has given the Big Ten Troy Taylor and Ronnie Stokes of Ohio State.
Also Phil Hubbard, and played here at Michigan, and Nick Weatherspoon that played over at Illinois. So that school's been very productive as far as the Big Ten is concerned.
Grant with 8 points. Robinson to Blop. 22-33. Blop with 17, and the numbers read 41-33 Indiana.
Fine pass that time by Robinson. Indiana clogging that middle effectively.
Underneath to Henderson. And at first it looked like Indiana was going to get the advantage of the call, but now it goes against number 24, Daryl Thomas. That is his 3rd personal.
Grant going up with it, changing in the air, spots Henderson down inside. There's Thomas with the left arm as he received the pass.
Robert Henderson will go to the line. Dan Dockage is in the game. Henderson shooting 1-1. He is 8 of 12 at the line this year.
No.
Henderson also with a strong board effort coming in off the bench here in the first half, and has already picked up 6 rebounds.
Gilbert coming back in, and number 40 Relford will go out. Indiana leading 41-34. Henderson has 4 points. Indiana leads by 6. Got Robinson, Dockage, and Alford all in the game at the same time. Alford misses the shot. Blop fighting for the rebound, and the foul is on Henderson.
That time Henderson was trying to front Blop, like getting around in front of him with Alford shooting in the corner, and that gave Blop the inside position for the rebound. Big guy going up for it, and Henderson fouling him from behind.
Blop will shoot 1-1 for Bob Knight's Indiana Hoosiers. 18 points.
Phenomenal first half for this big guy. one of the 2 Olympians on the Indiana squad as he played on the West German team. And, of course, Alford with his gold medal playing on the victorious United States team this past summer. Bob Knight of the Big Ten coaching that squad.
And the shot by Tarpley is good. Gives him 4 points.
What they've got to do is turnabout's fair play. That time they got it inside to their big man. Tarpley with a good soft touch going up with the left hand.
Dockich missed the shot. Chance for Michigan to pull to within 4.
One of the few poor shots Indiana's attempted here in the first half.
Tarpley between 2 Hoosiers.
Oh, I think Tarpley was fouled. And then I also think he committed a foul going after that basketball, but
offsetting fouls. Will play it again. 43-37, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. And it's been a good first half from the Chrysler Arena. 30 seconds remaining on the shot clock with 33 on the scoreboard clock.
Blob coming out high.
Grant. Giome with a rebound. Alford leads the charge for the Hoosiers. Couldn't find the handle. Went out of bounds. Indiana's ball. Alford kind of shot that with his elbows.
I think he lost control of it as he going up and then got it put back down on the floor. 2 good defensive plays in a row by Michigan. Grant bouncing it on the end line.
18 seconds remaining in the first half. Seven seconds. 5,
Looking
4,
inside once again.
3, and a travel call. 2 seconds remaining. Indiana leading 43-37, remaining in the first half. Grant will put the ball in play. Antoine Gilbert lets it fly, and no good. Comes up short. So we've had our first 20 minutes of basketball. Opening game of the Big Ten season at halftime. It's Indiana 43, Michigan 37. We'll be back right after this.
Now American Fletcher really gives you the advantage, because now when you really need a bank, we're open. That includes Saturdays at many American Fletcher locations and longer hours at every banking center. With more banking centers than anyone, the most convenient bank just became even more convenient. Visit your American Fletcher banking center for details today or tonight or Saturday. Longer hours from American Fletcher National Bank. The advantage is yours.
The night of the big game comes to light, brought to you by the men and women of the Amex Coal Company. Coal-generated electricity makes the refreshments, shines on the big plays, keeps score, and sends the message home. Touchdown, made possible by coal.
Indiana, you know us.
Good afternoon. What city, please?
At home, you know us for convenient custom calling services like three-way calling. At work, you know us for modern efficiency with communication systems like Centrex. You know us to lead the way with new technology like fiber optics. More importantly, you know us to be there when you need us. You know us as the phone company.
When you want to start something, you need the live one from Guarantee Auto. For plenty of cranking power to get you going on those icy cold winter mornings, you need the live one from Guarantee Auto. For starting power that will stand up to summer's blistering heat, get the live one with a 5-year warranty from Guarantee Auto. At Guarantee, we care about more than just your car.
At halftime, Indiana leads by 6. Bill Uwe Blop with 19, Roy Tarpley with 4.
Well, obviously
part of the story.
That's a big part of the story, but it's I think Indiana's total team concept. They shot the ball well on the floor with Alford. Dockich hit some. They took the pressure off Uwe Blop in there, and Michigan really couldn't just surround the big guy and triple or double team him. He's had pretty much man-on-man coverage, you might say, and he's taken care of things inside. 19 first-half points. Michigan's had good effort out of their backcourt at the other end. Grant with 8 in the first half, very impressive freshman. And, of course, Jobert with 12. And Michigan shooting extremely well from the free throw line, staying close in this one.
And getting 17 shots at the free throw line. You talked at the top of the telecast about keeping Indiana off the line. Hoosiers have only been there 6 times.
Well, I think the one thing that we're seeing out of Michigan is great board play. And when you get second shots, you're going to draw some personal fouls. And that's what they're doing. They really go to the offensive boards.
What about Antoine Jobert in this first half?
He's played very well. He's taken a couple of rough shots. He's made some tough shots down along the baseline. But he's got good poise and good strength. He takes it into the foul line, and he knows how to use that 200 pounds on a shorter guard inside, and he takes good care of it.
All right, we'll be talking a bit more about the first half later in our first half, but we have much more coming up in halftime activities in the Chrysler Arena. Indiana leading at halftime 43-37.
I want it strong, but I want it good.
Introducing Marigore Bold from Taster's Choice. For those who like their coffee bold. Because it's made with the larger, more flavorful coffee beans like the giant Marigojipi bean. Bold, big, bold flavor. Because it's dark roasted for a superior, stronger gourmet choice. New Marigore Bold and Bold decaffeinated.
Yeah.
2 bold new reasons why the choice for taste is Taster's Choice.
This Bud's to everyone who tackles the changes and challenges of that new promotion.
This Bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. So listen to you for all you do.
Yep, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do. This Bud's for you.
We don't have to hammer home the fact that Marathon has something special to offer. But with our special higher quality additive, you'll get more miles per gallon from our long-distance gasolines, a smoother running, cleaner engine, superior Marathon service. So our name is more than just a name. It stands for something. Service, quality products, and price. Be a winner. Be a Marathoner. Marathon, best in the long run.
Welcome back to the Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's halftime. Indiana and Michigan in basketball. Join us now. We'll take a look at these 2 Big Ten institutions.
The Little Red Schoolhouse. The simple life of rural America. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. At one time, this young lady might have aspired to be a teacher or secretary or a nurse. But today there are new horizons. A doctor, a lawyer, an astronaut. And that's what today's education is all about. The 85,000 young men and women on the 8 Indiana University campuses throughout the state of Indiana are learning to take old ideas and turn them into innovative ways of meeting the problems and challenges of tomorrow. Energy, environment, population, one world. Since 1824, Indiana University has been the cornerstone of education in Indiana. It has grown from that rural backwoods Little Red Schoolhouse to a major international university, Indiana University.
The University of Michigan, teaching 46,000 students on 3 campuses while serving the citizens of Michigan. Years of helping Michigan businesses get started and keep going have prepared UM scholars, led by the UM Institute of Science and Technology's Industrial Development Division, to respond to Michigan's current efforts to strengthen its economic base. UM researchers and consultants seek to stabilize the dominant auto industry, while other UM people help to expand and diversify Michigan's economy, and look at ways that a tax structure can serve people without discouraging individual effort. The presence of UM researchers has attracted high technology firms to Michigan. UM scholars have assisted Michigan communities in developing research and industrial facilities, new employment, and new tax revenues. The University of Michigan, drawing new industry and jobs to Michigan.
Halftime between Indiana and Michigan. This is only the start. We'll take a look at what's in store for the Big Ten. Our halftime show continues right after this.
Daly's apple juice is so close to the real thing that sometimes people have a hard time telling it from a real apple. And that's because we aim to keep the natural flavor of real apples in our apple juice. Discover the pure golden goodness of nature's sweetest fruit. It's naturally crisp and refreshing. Just one taste, and you're sure to take a shine to it. Daly's apple juice. Pick some up today.
We don't have to hammer home the fact that Marathon has something special to offer. But with our special higher quality additive, you'll get more miles per gallon from our long-distance gasolines, a smoother running, cleaner engine, superior Marathon service. So our name is more than just a name. It stands for something. Service, quality products, and price. Be a winner. Be a Marathoner. Marathon, best in the long run.
I want it strong, but I want it good.
Introducing Maragor Bold from Taster's Choice. For those who like their coffee bold. Because it's made with the larger, more flavorful coffee beans like the giant Maragor GP bean. Bold, big, bold flavor. Because it's dark roasted for a superior, stronger gourmet choice. New Maragor Bold and Bold decaffeinated.
Yeah.
2 bold new reasons why the choice for taste is Taster's Choice.
Want the great taste of roast beef? You won't find it here. Go here for some and you'll go hungry. Where can you find great roast beef? At Hardee's. Our new roast beef sandwich that's juicier than ever.
Now for just $1.99, you can get Hardee's Roast Beef Combo. A juicy roast beef sandwich, regular fries, and a large soft drink.
So if you have to ask, where do you get the roast beef?
It's all here at Hardee's.
Halftime between Indiana and Michigan. I'm Lanny Fratteri along with Bill Hoskett, our first Big Ten telecast of the year. And time now for Big Ten Countdown Week number 1. Promises to be an exciting Big Ten season, especially if you take a look at the pre-conference records of the Big Ten teams. 5 clubs with only 1 defeat.
And the 3 leaders, Michigan State, Purdue, and Wisconsin, all 9-1. The Big Ten, 84-20, the most wins ever in preseason for the league.
Taking a look at the action for Thursday night, there are 3 games on the schedule. Illinois at Minnesota, Purdue at Iowa, Ohio State will be at Michigan State. And then on Saturday, our 2 TCS Metro Sports games. Bill and I will be in Iowa City for the Fighting Illini and the Hawkeyes, then the night game, Purdue at Minnesota. The other games on Saturday, Indiana at Michigan State. The Buckeyes are right here in Ann Arbor, and Wisconsin at Northwestern.
Taking a look at the scoring leaders, 5 people in the league going over 20 a game, led by Greg Stokes of Iowa at 21.1. Steve Alford, who we're watching here tonight, at 21 even. And there you see Roy Tarpley of Michigan in the number 5 spot. Rebound leaders, Kenny Johnson from Michigan State going 11.5 a game, followed once again closely by Roy Tarpley of Michigan. And you also see Butch Wade in the number 4 slot. Matt Gaddis of Purdue, 9.43 from the free throw line, and the fella in an unfamiliar position, second place, Steve Alford. He led the nation a year ago. He's shooting 9.27, and Tommy Davis of Minnesota also over the 900 mark.
We showed you earlier the impressive records of the Big Ten teams. 8 titles for Big Ten clubs, including 2 for Indiana. Illinois won its Classic. Michigan State with the Spartan Classic title. And then Iowa, Purdue, Ohio State, and Wisconsin also bringing home the championships. And we'll be back in just a minute to take a look at first half statistics.
When I was a kid, I worked one whole summer to save $5 for a football. Talk about learning the value of $1. Now I have more to save. And AFNB gives me the advantage of more ways to save it. Safely.
More people save more money, more ways at American Fletcher National Bank. The advantage is yours.
AFNB. That's the place for my money.
Those battery sales you saw advertised in spring, summer, and fall won't do you much good when your car doesn't start in January. Goodyear offers you a sale on a top-quality battery when you really need one. Come into Goodyear now while all our batteries are on sale. Sale prices start as low as $39.95. So get started with a Goodyear battery sale that's there when you need it most at participating Goodyear retailers.
It's easy to get overwhelmed looking for a new office phone system.
One sounds good for reliability, another for features, or data transmission, or fancy electronics, or whatever. But really, you can get all that with GTE, plus professional installation and 24-hour service. So give us a call, and you can stop looking. GTE, the smart business call.
If there's one thing coaches have to do, it's make decisions. These guys depend on my judgment. I drive a Ford Tempo, because in Indiana, basketball season is snow season. My Tempo with front-wheel drive and rack and pinion steering is everything I need in a car. Plus, Tempo's great styling and comfort makes for a great game plan and a great way to get everyone to the game. Headroom, legroom, Tempo's got it all. I may not be Coach of the Year, but my Ford Tempo sure makes me feel like it. See your Indiana Ford dealer today.
This game is being brought to you by Bud Light, the less filling light beer with the first name and taste. By Marathon and Marathon dealers and distributors, best in the long run. By Hardee's, for great tasting roast beef, it's all here at Hardee's. By Daly's Juice Products, who remind you there's a Daly's treat for everyone. By Piedmont, call your travel agent or Piedmont and find out why in over 100 cities they call us the up-and-coming airlines. And by Gillette Foamy Gel, with more lubricants for the closeness and comfort you want in a shave. Michigan came out early in the game and took an 11-8 lead at one point, but then Indiana bounced back in the Hoosier lead at halftime, 43-37. Looking at some of the highlights of the first half, Steve Alford had a big play early in the first half.
Pitching outside to Alford. Classic form on the jump shot. You see that follow through. Nothing but the bottom.
The big man, Uwe Blop, 19 points.
Establishing position inside. Big guy takes it up to the basket. Weak side help a little bit too late that time. Here's Gary Grant, fine freshman. Great quickness getting out on the break after one of his steals, and he'll put it down. And Gilbert with that great strength inside, shooting the jumper along the right baseline.
Once again, I want to point out that the graphic showed you 18 points, Blop with 19 in the first half. Some of the other numbers, we talked about the free throw shooting earlier in our halftime. 15 of 17 for Michigan at the line, and Indiana 5 of 6 at the line.
And look at Indiana from the floor, 61%, just 39% for Michigan. And the Michigan bench, not up on the graphic, but quite important, 7 out of 8 from the floor in the first half of play. So that depth was there.
Rebounding about even, turnovers, scoring. There's Blop with 19. That is the correct number for Uwe. Alford with 7. The only player in foul trouble on that board is Darryl Thomas with 3. On the Michigan side, you'll note that Butch Wade has committed 3 personals, so he'll go into the second half with the 3. Top scorer, Gilbert with a dozen.
Gary Grant coming along with 8, so that's 20 out of the starting backcourt. The big number up there is not big enough right now for Michigan, and that's Tarpley with just 4 in the first half, but good athlete and a streak shooter. He could get it going.
Starting this 1985 Big Ten season, there are no first-year coaches this year. Bob Knight is the dean of the Big Ten coaches, his 14th season at the helm of Indiana. And you have Lou Henson of Illinois and Jim Dutcher of Minnesota in their 10th seasons. And the newer member of the Big Ten coaching contingent, George Raveling of Iowa, his 2nd season. Bill Frieder, he is in his 5th season as the Michigan head coach, 7 years as an assistant here at Michigan under Johnny Orr. Bobby Knight came to Indiana, spent some time with Army, head coach of Army. Bobby Knight on the Ohio State championship teams of the early 60s. Ready to go. And the possession for the start of the second half belongs to Michigan. And Butch Wade, who has 3 personals, is in the game, and he'll start things. Gilbert in the backcourt with Grant. Relford, Tarpley, and Wade up front. Indiana. Dockich, Robinson, Alford, Uwe Blop, and Mike Giommi. Wade was trying to get it to Tarpley. Intercepted, and the basket good by Mike Giommi. Gives him 5 points for the evening.
Fine reaction once again by the Hoosier at the defensive end of the floor. They turn the stolen pass into a dunk at the other end.
Knocked away, Giommi. Dumping it to Alford. Steve Alford has 9 points. Now, Bill, you were saying at halftime that the opening minutes of the second half would set the tempo, and already a timeout called by Michigan.
Well, very, very critical right now for Michigan. They came out trailing by 6, and very quickly they find themselves down by 10.
Only 57 seconds into the second half. Indiana leads by 10 points. We'll be right back after this.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Hey, give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
No, Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
It's a wild place.
The essence of hitting. George Brett.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a feeling that says I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feeling that says you just got Gillette's best shave.
Gillette, the essence of shaving.
And so now it is Indiana's 10-point lead that Michigan must try to shave with 19:03 remaining in the second half.
Good help inside by Giommi that time as Tarpley got loose from Blop. Giommi right there to help out.
Just closed off that baseline on that play. Relford, guarded by Dockich. Right now, Alford is on Gilbert. And it's Grant shooting over Stu Robinson. Gary Grant with 10 points.
Big hoop that time. They cut it back to 8.
Dockich inside to block. Does not drop. And Michigan now with a chance to get it back to 6. Gilbert misses a pair and out of bounds off Robinson. Couple of opportunities by the board for Michigan, but they have a third opportunity here and this time down. Indiana 47, Michigan 39, 17:47 left in the second half. Grant, does he find it? No.
Good job by Tarpley keeping the ball alive that time.
What do they have, 3 shots now in this time down the floor? And Tarpley comes out. Grant inside, Wade.
Indiana once again man-to-man with a good team defense.
Wade has it knocked away. Gets it back and a foul.
Good help by Dockich on the backside, but good effort once again. They stay after the basketball. Here's Wade. You see Dockich get a hand in there. Ball's loose on the deck. Wade comes up, but very aggressive inside player, and now he's fouled.
Third personal by Mike Giommi.
And he can't go to the line to shoot it. Bill Frieder incensed over that call. Looked like he was in the act of shooting, going up with a little jump hook inside.
We are 3 minutes into the second half. Indiana leading 47-39. Gilbert was trying to get it to Wade. Giommi's right there in the middle. Dumps it off to Stu Robinson and a foul.
Fouls on Gary Grant, reaching in to stop the break.
First team foul, second half. Second on Gary Grant. 16:53 left in the second half. Giomi. 7 points for the evening.
Giomi giving him a real lift. Did not start the ball game tonight. He's played very well here as he started the second half. Both ends of the floor.
And Wade in traffic, or rather Relford was in trouble, but then Tarpley got the ball, and Roy Tarpley has 6 points. 49-41. Indiana leads. 16-17 left in the second half. And Tarpley's called for the holding foul. That is his first personal.
Loose ball at the other end as he loses control, and here's Tarpley alertly picking it up and ramming it home. Michigan hoping maybe that'll get him started.
Tarpley with 6 points. 16 minutes left. Block, Dockage, 3-second lane violation by number 33. Big Ten using the 45-second clock this year.
16:01 remaining. Michigan trailing by 8.
And crowd trying to fire up this Michigan club. Students are not yet back from the Christmas holiday. Grant. And the rebound, Henderson slapped away by Flop. Giomi saved it, but in the Michigan end.
Giomi got tangled up over there and couldn't get back on the floor.
Tarpley missed the shot, and Relford is called for the pushing foul, his second. Third Michigan team foul.
Tarpley once again rushing himself a little bit. Was open after the good move, but didn't relax on the shot. Teammate Relford picks up the personal foul going for the loose ball.
15.5 minutes remaining. Giomi is the shot and the rebound by Tarpley, and the foul. Bill Robinson makes the call.
Boy, Giomi smothered the outlet pass that time, and Tarpley picks up the foul for swinging the elbows. He set the pick along the baseline. There's Tarpley with the rebound. He comes down, looking out as he comes down. Simply made a turning move.
Crowd doesn't agree with the call. Say the least. Stu Robinson.
Something like that might get this crowd a little bit back into this basketball game. Maybe it'll have an effect and help the Wolverines out.
Giomi was alone, but he misses the shot, and a foul on Mike Giomi. And that is his fourth.
Missed layup opportunities always seem to come back to haunt you. That time he's in a little bit of traffic. Goes up with it. Doesn't get it. And this time he does pick up the personal foul.
And now number 30, Todd Meyer, comes in. Meyer started the game. Giomi must check out with 4 personals. There's Todd Meyer. Indiana leading by 8 with 14:45 remaining. Gilbert, shot does not drop, and the foul's on number 22, Stu Robinson, his second.
Once again, that's Gilbert's spot. You get him in around that foul line. He just uses his strength once again to power it up over Robinson.
Bob Knight's team up by 8. Gilbert with 12 points in the first half, 6 of 6 at the line. 76% free throw shooter. Comes up empty on the first attempt.
Gone scoreless here for about a minute and a half, both clubs.
13 points. And Michigan is down by 7.
Well, Michigan simply cannot find anybody they can cheat on out there tonight. Whoever tries to sag and give the help on the inside, his man ends up hitting the open jumper. This time it was Robinson.
Indiana hit 61% from the field in the first half, in building a 43-37 halftime lead. Ball away, jumper by Tarpley. He has 8 points.
That time he caught it without being bumped and got his rhythm.
51-44, 13:53 remaining.
Bob really working hard out there tonight for position. He's got it again.
Dakich with 4.
Well, they move the basketball well and continue to hit the outside shot. Ian Robinson and the double team. They come up with a basketball.
And foul on number 25, Gary Grant, his 3rd. 4th Michigan team foul.
24, Leslie Rocky Moore replaces Wade.
Rocky Moore checking into the game now for Butch Wade.
And guard Thompson coming in, number 30.
There's the pushing foul by Gary Grant as he got Alford along the hip.
Fouls on 25, Gary Grant, 3rd personal, the 5th team foul.
That last foul was Michigan's 5th team foul. I think I said 4. It was number 5 in the half. And the violation on Dakich. 53-44, Indiana leads. 13:04 remaining in the second half. Last year, Michigan won the first game between these two schools right here in Ann Arbor, 55-50. Indiana took the second game of the season in Bloomington, 72-57.
Gobert a little too quick with the give that time. Same action at the other end.
Rocky Moore, Anderson, Tarpley, and fouled. That will be Block's first.
Once again, Michigan hustling on the inside. This time they do get it inside to Henderson. He goes up strongly with it. Shot doesn't drop. Rebound by Tarpley. Takes it on back up to the hoop. And he's fouled by Uwe Blab. Same play from the other side. A little more clearly that time. You can see Uwe making the contact.
Tarpley's first trip to the free throw line. Roy Tarpley, Cooley High School in Detroit, born in New York City. Indiana by 7.
Struck by the big man as he knocks them both in, and they come with pressure. They've got Alford in the trap. Clock's running.
Player control on Steve Alford.
Alford getting a little anxious as they were nearing the 10-second mark, and he picks up the offensive foul.
That is his first, and number 5 on Indiana. 12.5 minutes left. Indiana by 7. Shooting in the second half, very much like the first half. Points for Antoine Jabert.
Fine little stop and pop that time.
Alford with his own version of stop and pop. Dozen minutes remaining. Indiana leading by 7. And a foul. Meyer or Dakich? I think it's Meyer. Yes, number 30, Todd Meyer, commits his third. And it stops the clock with 11 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the second half. It's Indiana 55 and Michigan 48. We'll be back right after we step aside for this.
No matter where you go in central Indiana, there's a Datsun dealer near you. Find the sporty 200SX in Lafayette, an economical Sentra in Shelbyville, a luxurious Maxima in Muncie, an affordable Pulsar in Bloomington, an awesome 300ZX in Indianapolis, the roomy Stanza in Columbus, or tough Nissan trucks in Terre Haute. Your central Indiana Datsun dealer is the man to see.
Your Central Indiana Datsun dealer. They're dealing today.
My service charges just went up again.
We can't help that. Our costs went up. Morris Plan still gives you free checking with a $200 minimum. We have an IRA. Morris Plan has 2 convenient IRAs. We'll even lend you the money to start one. We have 24-hour tellers. Morris Plan offers money mover tellers almost everywhere.
I like that. What else can you do for me?
Let me tell you about our fixed and variable...
Morris Plan, the smart way to plan.
Coming up this Saturday at TCS Metro Sports Big Ten doubleheader at 4 o'clock. Fighting Illini of Illinois against the Hawkeyes of Iowa. For Illinois, Bruce Douglas and George Montgomery, Iowa. You'll have the likes of Greg Stokes and Michael Payne. And at 9 o'clock, Purdue Boilermakers against the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. Mark Wilson, Tommy Davis of Minnesota. Steve Reed, Mark Atkinson of Purdue. Coming up this Saturday. First game at 4 o'clock and the second game at 9. 55-48. Indiana leads with 11:44 remaining. Bounce pass to Wade. Gilbert to guard Thompson. Thompson from Grand Rapids inside to Tarpley. And missed the shot. Controlled by Winston Morgan, number 21. Block. And he now has 21 points, his first 2 of the second half.
Right, they've done a very good job on him, although they couldn't cut into that 6-point lead from the half, although they went 9 minutes without giving anything to Block the second half. Lead at 9, 57-48.
Gilbert working against Winston Morgan. Tarpley. He will not go. He is out of bounds off Butch Wade.
Tarpley starting to get the shots here in the second half, simply not dropping. That time he had the foul line jumper.
Block. Comes right back down and scores 2 more. Look at the scoring off the bench.
There you see a 21 for Indiana, just 6 for Michigan. Off that bench, and here they come. Gilbert coming up floor with it. Blob is 10 of 13 from the floor here tonight.
And 3 of 3 from the line.
Really working well without the basketball.
Short by Gilbert. And there to handle it, Steve Alford. Indiana with a 59-48 lead.
Alford and Block came into tonight's game tied on the Indiana team with 40 rebounds apiece. Mike Giomi leads Indiana on the boards with 60 for the year.
And ball goes out of bounds. Biggest lead of the night for Indiana. At the halfway point of the second half.
Block calling for that ball once again. They've got moving well without it. They got it inside to him.
Got behind Tarpley, and Uwe Block now with 25 points. His career high is 29. Scored the 29 points against Western Kentucky. on December 14th of this season. Wade. And foul. Number 33, you got your hand on his shoulder. Second on Uwe Blop.
And with 9:23 remaining, and as much as he's hurt him here tonight, we see the replay of shot by Wade. Blop pushing off inside, but I think they really have to take a couple of minutes and try to get the ball into Tarpley and try to take it to the hoop and create something on Blop. Possibly get him over on the bench for a few moments. Lots of time remaining. All of a sudden, Michigan finding themselves down by 13.
Tarpley 2 of 2 at the line tonight. Tarpley with 11 points is still 9 shy of his average for the year. Indiana leading by 11. Morgan.
Oh, fine move by Morgan along the baseline.
First 2 points by Morgan. Now Gary Grant over Steve Alford. The rebound by Meyer, and Alford will bring it up. Blop with 27.
Well, Indiana with a clinic here tonight on how to get it inside to the pivot.
Really have conducted that clinic. Stopping the clock, the timeout, 8 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the second half. It's Indiana 65 and Michigan 50, and now we'll take this timeout.
Where are you hurting the most, Jimmy?
Name it. Let's straighten up.
To 50, Indiana leading Michigan with 8:38 remaining. 27 points for Uwe Blop. Mentioned a few moments ago, his career high is 29. Blop underwent the emergency appendectomy in October. Did not miss much time at all. Came back very quickly. 1984, Blop led the Big Ten in block shots.
Only averaging about 25 minutes a ball game this year.
A 15-point Indiana lead. Three games in the Big Ten tomorrow night. Illinois, highly regarded, highly ranked, will be at Minnesota for the start of the season. Illinois 11-2, and suffered losses at the hands of the University of Alabama at Birmingham and Loyola, Illinois. Ohio State will start at Michigan State tomorrow, and Purdue at Iowa. Wisconsin and Northwestern start on Saturday. Rockymore, Leslie Rockymore, number 24. Intercepted by Morgan. Foul, basket's good. He's fouled by Rockymore.
Good denial defense out on the wing. Morgan just stepped into the passing lane and took the ball on the run. And showed good body control and strength as he takes it to the hoop. Rockymore picks up the personal foul. So Morgan with a couple of good moves along the baseline tonight. And now this breakaway.
Winston Morgan, Anderson, Indiana, with 5 points. Indiana's lead is now 18, 68-50.
Michigan with just 13 points here in the second half.
And jump ball situation, alternate possession. The ball will go to Indiana. Alternate possession rule. It's Indiana's turn.
Ball hit the deck inside and really drew a crowd that time. 4 Indiana players around it with that team defensive concept of theirs. Alford picking it up.
Dockage going up the lane and called for the push. That is number 2 on Dan Dockage.
Set of identical numbers here. Bluff for the game is 12 of 15 from the floor, and Indiana is 12 of 15 as a team here in the second half. We see Dockage again. Just wasn't under control, left his feet. Picked up the personal.
And Richard Relford will shoot 1-1. That was guard Thompson we just looked at. Relford, junior from Riviera Beach, Florida, out of Suncoast High School. And Relford is now 4 of 5 from the line.
Both of these ball clubs coming into tonight's game had to be very confident of their abilities, with Michigan winning 13 of their last 14. Indiana here in the second half is really having their way of things. Currently lead it by 16.
7:40 left.
Continue to use both sides of the floor very effectively at the offensive end. Swinging the ball and constantly looking inside.
And Alford's shot is good. Steve Alford with 13.
Alford with a fine steal.
And he finishes off the 2 points. He has 15. And once again, a timeout. 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second half. So we're ready to step into commercial position number 13 with 7:03 remaining. And Indiana has stepped into a 72-52 position over Michigan.
Where are you hurting the most, Jimmy?
Name it. Better straighten up.
Yeah, we don't want to disappoint your fans.
No.
Hey, Jimmy, good run.
You had him right from the gate.
Your best deserves the best.
Two Bud Lights.
The less filling light beer with a first name and taste.
Hey, Jimmy!
Right.
Bud Light. Want the great taste of roast beef? You won't find it here. Go here for some and you'll go hungry. Where can you find great roast beef? At Hardee's. Our new roast beef sandwich that's juicier than ever.
Now for just $1.99, you can get Hardee's Roast Beef Combo. A juicy roast beef sandwich, regular fries, and a large soft drink.
So if you have to ask, where do you get the roast beef?
It's all here at Hardee's.
Indiana sitting pretty with a 72-52 lead, just over 7 minutes remaining. Numbers continue to be impressive for Indiana.
Oh, they certainly are. And there you see it by halves, but also game shooting. Michigan 15 of 45 for just 33%. Indiana 33 of 49 for 67% from the floor for the game. That's the reason for those numbers that you see. Michigan with just 15 field goals.
Anderson misses the shot, and Block has it.
Indiana starting to control the tempo even more now as they back it out a little bit, spreading the floor. They'll start to run the clock.
And Uwe Block gets the pass. And now he has tied his career high, 29 points. Standing ovation from the Indiana bench that has Indiana up by 22.
And well deserved that time down. Once again, they just spread the floor, constantly looking inside until Uwe gets position.
Block away from Roy Tarpley.
Michigan without the great depth. Somewhat of a tired basketball team out there. They've played a lot of minutes. Very frustrating when you're behind, and now Indiana starts their version of the cat and mouse game a little bit, and this is what you're going to have. They'll start picking up the personal fouls. This one on Relford.
And it's his third.
Butch Wade checking back in. Tarpley going out for arrest.
Winston Morgan shooting 1 and 1. Now with 6 points.
Indiana with a very young basketball team a year ago, and when this fella got hurt, Bob Knight felt that that really hurt their chances for the conference championship. He considered him to be their most valuable player at the time, had the most experience, very good defender. Back and healthy for his senior season as Gilbert makes his move along the baseline. Not only to the baseline, but as he stepped over the baseline. Ball back to Indiana.
Michigan from last year's club, losing Eric Turner and Tim McCormick, two players who decided to go to the NBA draft early. Also losing Dan Falcus. Inside Dockich. Now dumps it off to Alford. 76-52. Remaining 5 minutes in the game. Indiana's on top. And Alford adds to the lead. And Wade commits his fourth personal. 17 points for Steve Alford.
Field goal shooting just continuing for Indiana as they light it up at the offensive end of the floor.
And block. Chance to chalk up his 30th point of the night. And consequently a new career high. Steve Stoico comes into the game. Indiana leading 79-52.
43-37 at the half.
Gilbert fires it up, does not connect, and Todd Meyer is called for the foul. That's number 4 on Meyer. Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Very aggressive ball player, and he and Wade have been going at it all night. This time Wade gets the best of it as Meyer picks up his fourth. He
did a 1-and-1 opportunity in the first half and missed the first shot of it. Now with 3 points. Indiana 80 and Michigan 53 with 4:45 remaining.
Blown it completely open here in the second half. No matter what they tried inside tonight, was not effective. They tried to front blob and Indiana threw over. They tried to play behind. He just positioned himself inside.
Well, I really think that one period down early in the second half when Michigan was down by 8, they came down to 3-4 shots and could not cut it to 6. I think that was a
took the heart out of him right there.
Pivotal time. Foul on Stoico. There's a Winston Morgan. Will go to the line. And next up for Indiana, Saturday game at Michigan State. And double dribble. Next up for Michigan, Saturday game home to Ohio State.
80-54. Bob Knight up off the bench, upset with the double dribble. He corrects all errors.
Slapped away by Meyer, picked up by Dockich. Just over 4 minutes remaining.
Indiana just working the clock. Something to take good care of the basketball on a tired Michigan team on the chase.
And the whistle stops play with 3:33 remaining. Foul is on number 30. Thompson commits his first.
Indiana obviously serving notice to the rest of the Big Ten that they are definitely for real. Playing extremely well here tonight. And playing against a very good Michigan team. They're having their troubles obviously here in the second half, and they're out of this basketball game, but there won't be too many teams in the conference, I don't think, come in here and handle this ball club at Michigan.
Bill Robinson and the ball to Steve Alford. Alford with 18 points. 19. Steve Alford earlier this year had a streak of 31 straight from the free throw line, then had that streak stopped against Kansas State, and he'll check out with 19 points. Indiana leading 82-54.
Got the handshake from Bob Knight and all of his teammates. Another fine performance by Alford.
Thompson to Grant. Grant baseline, puts it in.
Good quick move by Gary Grant. And, well, that freshman shows great promise.
12 points. 82-56. Indiana leads 3:04 remaining in the second half. Dakich up the lane, feeds it off Meyer, block, bring it back out. Morgan, Robinson. .245, 17 seconds on the shot clock. And down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. 6 on the shot clock. It was out of bounds. 2:30 remaining in the game. 82-56.
Hardy Simmons checking into the game for Indiana.
From Lawrenceville, Illinois.
Along with Delray Brooks.
So Brooks a bit in the first half. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Dakich and Winston Morgan checking out for Indiana.
Klopp puts it up. It's short. And now Michigan comes back. Good shot by Grant. He has 14. Top scorer for Michigan is Antoine Joubert with 15. Klopp leads all scorers. Indiana center with 31. 82-58 is the score. Our first Big Ten telecast of the year. Bill and I will join you each Wednesday evening and then on Saturday afternoon. Got a good one Saturday afternoon in Illinois and Iowa. And the foul on Grant. That's his fourth. And number 45, Brian Sloan, comes in.
Stu Robinson on the move. Gary Grant with a good quickness, but that time he simply reaches down, hacks at the basketball. Uwe Blab checking out for Indiana.
31 points, a new career high for the 7-2 senior from Munich, Germany. TCS Metro Sports, we'd like to thank so many folks for their assistance in our production of tonight's telecast. Indiana Athletic Director Ralph Floyd, Hoosier head coach Bob Knight, Sports Information Director Dick Klingenhoff. Stu Robinson. Makes it 83-58. This is the second. Slapped away by Sloan, but controlled Michigan. It was out of bounds. It'll be Michigan's ball. Also want to thank the athletic director at the University of Michigan, Don Canham, head coach Bill Frieder, and Sports Information Director Bruce Madej. 83-58, 126 remaining. Delray Brooks, Simmons, Robinson, and Brooks pops in a pair. Gives him 6. I want to thank our statisticians tonight, Jim Schneider and Billy Hoskett, and also backed up ably by Suzanne LaCroix here tonight. Thank you. And Rocky Moore going to the baseline. Foul appears to be on Marty Simmons. It is 85-58 with 59 seconds remaining. At halftime, it was Indiana 43-37.
First couple of minutes of the second half so important, and Mike Giommi with a couple of key steals and got a bucket. Very unselfish pass at the tail end of another break, and Indiana was in business. They've never looked back.
Rocky Moore hits 2 from the line, and 85-60. Pressure from Michigan. And Sloan's shot is no good. Rolls away. And a traveling call on Stoico. It's a number 45, Brian Sloan. He is the son of former Chicago Bulls star Jerry Sloan. Steve Isle in the game, number 32. Sloan, right side of the lane, the foul on Stoico. That is his second.
And Bob Knight up off the bench, going to make a substitution.
It'll be Joe Hillman from Glendale, California. He's out of Hoover High School. And number 42, Creel Smith from Tipton, Indiana. It's Brian Sloan. Sloan's first point. Indiana leads 86-60. 87-60. Down to 30 seconds. And Grant's shot is good. Grant with 16 points. Gary Grant's career high 19 against Youngstown State this year. All alone on the other side. Shot by Hillman, no good. 3-on-1 break. Thompson batted away, and a fine play by Steve Isle. Hamilton, Ohio native. Buzzer sounds, and that ends it. What was a close basketball game through the first half and opening minutes of the second half. Final score, Indiana 87 and Michigan 62.
Give me a light. Bud Light?
If you
Indiana wins at 87-62. The scoring in the game, Uwe Blopp led all scorers with 31. Steve Alford with 19. Stu Robinson, Winston Morgan, Mike Giommi each had 7. On the Michigan side of the scoring ledger, Gary Grant with 16. Antoine Joubert, 15. Roy Tarpley had 12. Richard Relford with 9 points. Close first half and opening part of the second, but then Indiana blew it open.
Well, they certainly did. It was a very good first half of play. I thought both clubs played very well, and Michigan just simply had too many troubles inside tonight defensively with Uwe Blab, and it was not just Uwe having the great night, which he absolutely did, but it was kind of the end product of a total team concept by Indiana, and they really got it done tonight. They took the pressure off of him early, left him in their one-on-one coverage, and it simply couldn't happen.
Though it blew open in the second half, did you feel that Uwe Blab Roy Tarpley matchup in the first half set the stage for that second half?
Oh, without a doubt. I'm sure that Michigan spent the majority of their halftime discussion on how we're going to control him. And the first 9 minutes of the second half, they held him without any points and did a pretty good job, but they couldn't open the lead. And then they had that one segment, 49-41, as you mentioned during the telecast. Boy, they had 4 or 5 shots at it down there and just couldn't get it to drop and couldn't cut into it. Then Indiana went right back to work and simply just dissected them down the stretch.
We haven't had much of a chance tonight, but this might be a good time to talk about the other clubs. Everybody seems to be pointing at Illinois as we start this Big Ten campaign.
I'll tell you, here was 2 teams both rated in the top 20 tonight, and you see what one did to the other on its home floor. So anything can happen in this conference. When you're playing 18 ball games, a double round robin, lots of turns can take place in this conference, and we'll see it all as it unfolds, and a lot of that will be right here on TCS Metro Sports, Lanny, and we're looking forward to it. Illinois, a great club. Iowa, very impressive. Wisconsin, 9-1 right now, very surprising. Michigan State winning a lot of basketball games, so everybody feels they had a shot. Ohio State only has the 1 loss, so I think everybody's excited about their chances.
All right, well, it's about time for us to beat it. Indiana winning tonight 87-62 over Michigan. All right, thanks to all of our friends for being with us. Now for Bill Hoskett, this is Lanny Fratteri bidding you a very pleasant good evening from the Chrysler Arena on the campus of the University of Michigan. Final score again, Indiana 87 and Michigan 62.